Hey guys, John here from the Ojai Vineyard. Going to go over this really cool wine. It's our 2019 Riesling dessert wine, made in what we call an ice wine style. So let's talk about what an ice wine is. Traditionally, ice wine comes from Germany or Canada. And the way the style is made is what they do is they wait for a late harvest, meaning the grapes are later in the season, closer to winter. Then they wait for the first frost or freeze of winter. They'll go out and they'll pick the grapes while they're still frozen. They'll bring the grapes back to the winery, put them in the press the grapes while they're still frozen.
So check this out. This is cool. So this is literally our forklift dumping our frozen grapes into our press. Now look how they're just frozen completely solid here.
Pressing the fruit while they're still frozen is a very important aspect of making an ice wine, because what that's going to do is concentrate our sugars and concentrate our acidity. That's very important because it's going to give us that dessert wine feel of richness and a very unique ice wine characteristic. Okay, so we make our wine in that style. The only difference is our fruit does not freeze on the vine. Okay, we pick our fruit, then we freeze it ourselves. This gives us one very important characteristic, which is we can choose when we pick our fruit. This fruit is picked at pretty much the exact same time that we pick our fruit for our dry Riesling, meaning that it's early in the season and has very high acidity. That acidity is really going to balance out the sweetness in this wine. Okay, so it's picked at high acid, low natural sugar. Then when we take it through the ice wine process, meaning that we freeze the fruit, and then we press the fruit, okay, it's going to concentrate the sugars naturally on its own. So we're going to get a high concentration of sugar without the late harvest aspect of it, okay? So we're still going to have high acid, high sugar, low alcohol. It's only at 8%, so this wine comes off very fresh, very bright, very refreshing. It has everything you want in dessert wine, and none of the real negative, almondy, overwhelming, cloying aspects of a dessert wine. Super refreshing, really good. It makes a really good cocktail with our grappa, which we made a video about just a little while ago, so check that out. Makes an awesome combination. So again, this wine is whole cluster pressed, spends its entire life in neutral oak barrels for 7 months. We have to filter this wine before bottling because we need a residual sugar in that wine. So if you leave the yeast in this wine, it'll just continue to ferment and then you'll end up with higher alcohol and no residual sugar. So we have to filter it, and it's only 8%. So low alcohol, as I said before, made a whopping 6 barrels of it. And for you geeks out there, it has 230 grams of sugar per liter left in it. So check out that color. Boom, it's awesome. And you can see the coating on the glass here, it is thicker and richer than normal table wine, but it's really not overwhelming at all, okay? And in the aroma, it's like fresh cut pears, a lot of melons and lemon zest. It's not weighed down at all. You get some sweetness in the aroma as well. The flavor, it's very mouth coating, but it gets cleaned out very quickly because of the acidity. And again, it's all lemon and pear in the mouthfeel. This wine is just spectacular. If you haven't had a dessert wine or you typically don't like dessert wines, check this one out. It's awesome. It has all the benefits you want of those dessert wines, but it leaves you refreshed. So 2019 Riesling made in an ice wine style. Check it out. It's awesome.